Advanced English Conversations 1. Speak English like a native. Set 1. I've swallowed the bait. Mike, what's wrong with you these days, John? You have always kept your nose clean. John, it's all a hoax. I must admit that I've swallowed the bait. Mike, how come? John, unfortunately, I barked up the wrong tree when I counted on Jessie. It turned out that she had also been planning to get rid of me. Mike, oh, I don't believe it. That's pathetic. Vocabulary. Keep one's nose clean, to stay out of trouble. A hoax, a plan to deceive someone. Swallow the bait, to respond to someone's actions or words in the way they intended. How come? Used to ask about the reason for something. Bark up the wrong tree, to be wrong about the reason for something or the way to achieve something. Count on, to depend on someone or expect something. Turn out, prove to be the case. Get rid of, to be free of a troublesome or unwanted person or thing. Pathetic, making you feel sad or upset. Set 2. Let bygones be bygones. Anne, our new agent has let us down and spilled the beans. Our secret recipe is the talk of the town right now. No sooner had he seen the list of spices than he gave everything away. Susan, no wonder. If you think people are simpletons, you are way off. Look, this rascal must have a taste of his own medicine. Anne, absolutely. He has played a trick on us, and I have a right to sue him. I just can't let it slide away. Susan, calm down, dear. What do you say to a coffee? Anne, it'll hit the spot. Vocabulary. Let someone down, to fail to support or help someone as they had hoped. Spill the beans, to tell people secret information. The talk of the town, to be what everyone is talking about. No wonder, it is not surprising, to have a taste of one's own medicine when someone gets the same bad treatment that has been giving others. Play a trick on, to deceive someone. Let something slide away, to do nothing about something bad. Hit the spot, to be exactly what is needed. Set 3. Live within your means. Eric, it's such a shame we are so broke. Everyone is splurging out there. I just feel like 2 cents. Carl, tomorrow is our payday and we're going to be loaded, aren't we? Eric, what we earn is just a drop in the bucket compared to Stephen. Carl, that guy is born with a golden spoon in his mouth. It's time you came down to earth and learned how to live within your means. Carl, right. It's my fault that I was born on the wrong side of the track, isn't it? Eric, oh boy, complaining has become the norm in this family. Vocabulary. Broke, adjective, having little or no money. Splurge, spend money freely or extravagantly. Feel like 2 cents. To have a feeling of complete worthlessness or unimportance. Loaded, adjective, having a lot of money, wealthy. A drop in the bucket, a very small amount. Born with a golden spoon in one's mouth. Born into a wealthy family. Come down to earth, to become realistic. Live within one's means, to spend less or only as much money as one is earning. The wrong side of the track, a part of a town that is considered poor and dangerous. Set 4. Fed up with cutting corners. Mary, the new year is just around the corner. It's time to shop around for bargains. Jessie, yeah, you are right. Everything is sky high nowadays, and I'm fed up with cutting corners just to make ends meet. Mary, why don't you cut down on smoking then? Cutting some unnecessary costs could make a big difference. Jesse, you may say I'm making excuses, but it does give me some solace. Mary, get out of here. Vocabulary. Around the corner, very near. Shop around. To go to several places before you decide what to buy. Sky high, very high. To be fed up with. Annoyed, unhappy, or bored, especially with a situation that has existed for a long time. Cut corners. Do something perfunctorily to save time or money. Make ends meet. To have enough money to buy what you need to live. Cut down on. To do or use less of something. Make an excuse. To give a reason for doing something you shouldn't do. Give solace. To help and comfort when you are feeling sad or worried. Get out of here. Used to express disbelief. Set 5. He should crack the whip. Mike, what's with you? You look down in the dumps. Maya, Carl has foiled my plans. I meant to take a few days off work, but he turned down my request on the pretext of a due deadline. Mike, apparently they cannot do without you for the time being. Maya, you are kidding. Just say one more word and I'll hit the ceiling. Mike, relax. I'll step in and put a stop to Carl's arrogance. Remember, we are the owners after all, and we can crack the whip to adjust his behavior. Vocabulary. Down in the dumps, discouraged, depressed, or sad. Foil a plan. To spoil a plan, to cause it to fail. Take time off. To take a break from one's employment or school. Turn down. To refuse someone's request. On the pretext of. A false reason used to explain why you are doing something. A due deadline. The time something should be delivered. Do without. To manage without. For the time being. For the present. Until some other arrangement is made. You are kidding. I don't believe it. This can't be true. Hit the ceiling. To explode in anger. To go crazy. Step in. To become involved in a difficult situation, especially to help. Put a stop to cause to end. After all, used to add information that shows that what you have just said is true. Crack the whip. To use your authority to make someone else behave better or work harder. Set 6. I just couldn't put up with those silly pranks. Eric, did you enjoy the show? David, no, it was nonsense, wasn't it? Eric, I just couldn't put up with those silly pranks. They just weren't my cup of tea. But I had to stick it out because I was with two of my friends. David, well, to avoid such inconveniences, be sure to see the trailers beforehand. Eric, absolutely. Well, can you do me a favor and cancel tonight's tickets? The whole thing is kind of pouring money down the drain. David, with pleasure. Vocabulary. Nonsense. Something ridiculously impractical. Put up with. To tolerate or to endure. Prank. A trick that is intended to be funny. Not one's cup of tea. Not what one's like or is interested in. Stick it out. To continue to the end of a difficult or unpleasant situation. Trailer. A series of extracts from a film or broadcast used for advance publicity. Do someone a favor. To do something for someone as an act of kindness. Pour money down the drain. To waste money. With pleasure, gladly, used to express polite agreement or acceptance. Set 7. She is a whistleblower. Sam, I can't believe how Claire goes around with Alice. Kathy, Why is that? What's wrong with Alice? Sam, she is a whistleblower. She rats on everyone in her department. Kathy, then we have to warn Claire as soon as possible lest she slips up. Sam, yeah, the sooner the better. Kathy, actually, I'm afraid Claire is the villain of the piece, but not the other way round. She could be covering up by spreading rumors about Alice. Sam, you don't say. Vocabulary. Go around with. To go places and do things with a particular person. A whistleblower. A person who tells someone in authority what is happening. Rat on. To inform on someone. Lest. For fear that. Slip up. Make a careless error. The sooner the better. Right away. The sooner something gets done, the better things will be. You know what? Used to indicate that one will say something interesting or surprising. The villain of the piece. Someone seen as being the cause of trouble. The other way around. The opposite of what is expected or supposed. Cover up. To prevent people from discovering mistakes or unpleasant facts. Spread rumors. To spread unverified information of uncertain origin. You don't say. Used to express amazement or disbelief. Set 8. All I need is a bit more leeway. Sam, I'm racking my brains to find a way to get the work done before noon. Kathy, had I known you had been hard up, I could have given you a hand. Sam, that's very kind of you, but I have had enough of dealing with urgent work. I'm doing my best to graduate this year. Only then may I stand on my own 2 feet. Kathy, you might consider online marketing as a side hustle. This way you can gain more experience. Besides, you stick to your line of work. Sam, currently all I need is a bit more leeway. I just feel that I'm boxed in inside this office. I'm in need of some change of air. Kathy, go for it. Vocabulary. Rack one's brains. To make a great effort to think or remember something. Give someone a hand. To help, aid, or assist. Hard up, adjective. In desperate need of something. Have enough. Unhappy with a situation and you want it to stop. Do one's best. To do all one can. Stand on one's own 2 feet. To be financially independent. Side hustle. Making money alongside one's main form of employment or income. Line of work. The principal activity in your life that you do to earn money. Leeway. The amount of freedom to move or act that is available. Boxed in. To be restricted or feeling stuck, having limited options. A change of air. A different climate. A means of improving one's health. Go for it. Go ahead. Give it a try. Set 9. Determination pays off. Bill, Sally is dropping out of school and getting married in 2 weeks. Mike, is she? She's a nitwit if she thinks that marriage is a picnic. It comes with endless responsibilities. I mean, it's no joke. Bill, but her fiancé is a business tycoon and he's gonna back her up and solve her problems for good. Mike, well, I have to change my mind then. It makes sense to take shortcuts in this tough and rough world, doesn't it? Bill, maybe, but had she stuck to her study, she could have made her dreams come true one way or another. Determination pays off. Mike, don't get me wrong, learning is such a long journey, but yeah, it could pay off though. Vocabulary. Drop out of, to abandon a course of study. Nitwit, idiot, a picnic, a pleasant and easy activity. No joke, a difficult or serious matter. Tycoon, a wealthy, powerful person in business or industry. Back someone up, to support. For good, permanently, forever. Change one's mind, to adopt a different opinion or plan. Make sense, to be intelligible, justifiable, or practical. Take shortcuts, a method of doing something quickly or cheaply, one way or another, in a way that is possible. Pay off, to yield good results, succeed, come with, to have something come included. Set 10. They must be bugging us. Emily, look what you have done. Enough already. Julie, fair enough. If I were in your shoes, I'd be out of my mind. I profusely apologize for this slip. Emily, how on earth do you give away such insignificant details about the bid? Julie, believe it or not, none other me and Peter have copies of the contract. Someone could have already leaked my copy. Emily, already? Who on earth could be that third party? The form cannot be signed by anyone other than you. Julie, they must be bugging us, or else how will they figure out that we are giving away half of the tools to charities? Vocabulary. Already. 1. Used as an intensifier to express exasperation or impatience. Fair enough. Used to admit that something is reasonable or acceptable. In one's shoes, in someone else's place or situation. Out of one's mind. To be crazy and irrational. On earth. Used after question words to emphasize that you are surprised or annoyed. Give away. 1. To tell information or facts that you should keep secret. Believe it or not, this is surprising but true. Used to introduce a surprising fact. Other than, apart from, except. Already. 2. Previously. Already. 3. So soon. Third party. A third person other than the two involved. Bug. To place or hide a listening device inside something. Or else. Used to say that what will happen if another thing does not happen. Give away. 2. Give people stuff without pay. Set 11. They can serve a purpose. Emily, what have you got in that box? Julie, some odds and ends, you know. They can serve a purpose when I go out of town. Emily, you are truly practical and dependable. You can be relied on when things go wrong. Julie, oh, come on. Are you bothering me up? Emily, far from it. That's not a compliment. You just remind me of my uncle. He was literally a jack of all trades guy who used to spend the lion's share of his time fixing stuff. Julie, why don't you introduce me to him? At least we have something in common. Emily, you are too late. He passed away years ago. Vocabulary. Odds and ends. Miscellaneous articles or remnants. Serve a purpose. To have a use. Out of town. Away from home. Out of one's town of residence. Dependable. Adjective. Trustworthy and reliable. Butter up. To praise or flatter someone in order to make him or her more receptive or willing. Far from it. No, not at all. Almost the opposite is true. Literally. In a literal manner or sense, exactly. Jack of all trades, noun. Someone who can do many different jobs. The lion's share. The largest part of something. Have something in common. To share the same interests. Pass away. To die. Set 12. University is a thing of the past. Sally, I'm sure my university days seem happier in retrospect than they really were. Doesn't that sound weird? Mark, Well, go easy on yourself. University is a thing of the past. Sally, go easy on the popcorn then. We are running short of it already. Mark, I always teach you to see the beauty of life, but all you know is to hold a grudge. Sally, don't you see that you are pushing it? I'll throw you out unless you watch your words. Mark, why does it always end up like that? Vocabulary. In retrospect, thinking now about something in the past. Go easy on someone. To treat someone in a gentle way. A thing of the past. A thing that no longer happens or exists. Go easy on something. To not take or use too much of something. Run short of something. Not to have much of it left. Hold a grudge. Not to let it go when you feel someone's insulted or wronged you. Push it. To continue to do or try to do something when you should stop. Unless, if not, watch one's words. Be careful about what you say. End up. To finally be in a particular place or situation. Set 13. Quit keeping up with the Joneses. Steve, why don't you mind your own business and quit keeping up with the Joneses? Tom, it's my wife. She keeps moaning and squawking about money. Not until I sold our flat and bought a classy car could she calm down a little. Steve, that's a financial suicide. Some people are bound to learn it the hard way. I can't stand hearing such nonsense. Tom, I have tried hard to point out that we are different, but to no avail. She is a jealous woman. Well, isn't she your sister? Why don't you talk her around? Steve, what? Sure. It's getting overcast. I must dash out. Vocabulary. Mind your own business. To concern oneself only with what is of interest. Keep up with the Joneses. Try to equal your neighbor's lifestyle. Moan, to complain. Squawk, to complain. To be bound to do something. Be certain or destined to do something. Learn something the hard way. To discover what you need to know through experience or by making mistakes. Can't stand, to hate, to dislike. Point out, to explain or to tell someone something. To no avail, without success. Talk someone round, to convince, to persuade. Overcast, of the sky or weather, marked by a covering of gray cloud, dull. Set 14. Please do and get me off the hook. Diana, you seem to be clueless about how to deal with your new assignment, don't you? Anne, yeah, I'm completely helpless. Diana, never mind. I'll do overtime and show you the ropes. I know this type of stuff inside out, or I can probably take over tomorrow. Anne, please do and get me off the hook. Diana, well, I have got a full plate today. I'll give you a hand tomorrow, okay? Anne, thanks Diana. You have truly saved the day. Vocabulary. Clueless. Know nothing about. Deal with. To take action to do something, especially to solve a problem. Never mind. Not to worry or not to be upset about something. Overtime. Extra hours that someone works at their job. So show someone the ropes. To teach someone how to do something. Know something inside out. Know something very thoroughly. Take over. To begin to have control of something. Get someone off the hook. To get out of the awkward or unpleasant situation that they are in. Have a full plate. To have a busy schedule. Save the day. Find a or provide a solution to a difficulty or disaster. Set 15. You mean she was pulling my leg? Jack, don't be such a gullible person. Did you truly believe that Jessie got the tender for the hospital project? Tony, why shouldn't I? You mean she was pulling my leg? Jack, without doubt. I don't deny that she is ambitious enough to go to extremes, but this deal is definitely beyond her means. Tony, then either she is making fun of me or playing hard to distract me. Jack, not exactly. She is trying to get you worked up so that you give up trying. Tony, that dirty rat won't get away with it. I'll ask around to find out what she is up to. Jack, exactly. It doesn't hurt to ask. Vocabulary. Gullible, adjective. Easily persuaded to believe something. Naive. Pull someone's leg. To deceive someone playfully. Tease someone. Without doubt. Without question. Certainly. Definitely. Go to extremes. Do something much more than is usual or reasonable. Beyond one's means. More than one's budget or income. Make fun of someone. To mock or direct insults at someone or something. Worked up, adjective. Upset or very excited about something. Give up. To stop trying to do something before you have finished. Dirty rat. A deceitful, treacherous person. Set 16. This is a hard pill to swallow. Jesse, I have been meaning to paint the shed all summer, but for some reason I keep letting it ride. Rebecca, why is the delay? Unless you get a move right away, it's going to run down and collapse in a few days. Jesse, well, I'm just in no mood to lift a finger. The truth is I have lost my bearings ever since I got divorced, and that's a hard pill to swallow. Rebecca, oh, poor Jesse. Your recent breakup must have taken a toll on you. Jesse, on top of that, I'm getting more and more absent-minded. Yesterday, I had a near miss. I was almost hit by a truck. Rebecca, oh dear, that's awful. Vocabulary. Let it ride. Take no immediate action over something. Get a move. To do something to deal with a problem. Run down. Gradually deteriorate or cause to deteriorate in quality. In no mood to do something. Not feeling like doing or experiencing something. Lift a finger. Make the slightest effort to do something. A hard pill to swallow. Something that is difficult to accept. Break up. The end of a relationship. On top of that, in addition to, besides. Absent-minded, adjective. Distracted, forgetful, or inattentive. A near miss. A narrowly avoided collision or other accident. Set 17. It seems to have vanished into thin air. John, can't you wipe those crumbs from your lips? You're turning my stomach. Tom, oops, sorry. John, you know what? The children are up to something. They just keep sneaking in and out of the kitchen every now and then. I'm smelling a rat. Tom, alright, I'll go and take a look. John, OMG, where is my wallet? Leave the kids alone and come over here. Tom, what's with you? John, my wallet disappeared. It was beside the television. I have searched everywhere, but it seems to have vanished into thin air. Tom, you may have left it on the counter. I wouldn't put such foolishness past you. Vocabulary. Turn one's stomach. To cause one to become disgusted. To be up to something. Doing something wrong or secret. Sneak into. To enter some place in a quiet, sneaky, inconspicuous manner. Sneak out. To leave quietly or stealthily. Every now and then. From time to time, occasionally. Smell a rat. To begin to suspect trickery or deception. OMG. Used to express surprise, excitement, disbelief, etc. Leave someone alone. To refrain from disturbing or interfering with someone. Vanish into thin air. To disappear suddenly or completely. Set 18. I have already greased his palm. Carl, What's up, Alice? You look pleased with yourself today. Alice, I'm gonna meet the mayor. It's such a big deal for me because I'll ask him to grant me an exception. Carl, big deal, seriously. Alice, you know I need to get a license for the new shop. I bet he won't disappoint me and we'll find some loophole. Carl, don't be too over-optimistic. I heard that he is such a big-headed no-good jerk. Alice, leave it to me. I've already greased his palm. By the way, I heard your team won last night. Congrats. Carl, no big deal. We played against a pretty weak team, but thanks all the same. Vocabulary. Big deal 1. Something important. Big deal 2. Used to express one's contempt for something regarded as impressive or important by another person. I bet. Used for saying that you are sure about something. A loophole, a means of escape or evasion, especially a means of opportunity of evading a law, contract, etc. Big-headed, adjective, conceited or arrogant. Leave it to me. Let me handle it or take care of it. Greased someone palm, to bribe. No big deal, not important, all the same, despite what has just been said. Set 19. Thinking out of the box pays dividends. Carl, good opportunities always come my brother's way whether he works hard for them or not. Things are looking up for him all the time. Alice, no wonder. He thinks out of the box and he doesn't mind taking on more responsibility. Stephen is cut out to be a leader, period. Carl, you have got a point there. Perseverance pays dividends. Alice, for the record, I have made up my mind to get married and settle down. Carl, really? What wonderful news. Obviously, I'm the only loser here. Alice, cheer up, man. Things are bound to work out sooner or later. Vocabulary. Come one's way. Present itself. Happen to. Things are looking up. Things are improving or becoming better. Think out of the box. To think differently, unconventionally, or from a new perspective. Not to mind doing something. To be happy or willing to do something. To be cut out, to be for something. To be well suited for a certain position or role. You have got a point there. Your point of view or opinion makes sense. Pay dividends. To cause good results at a time in the future. For the record. So that the true facts about something are clear or known. Make up one's mind to take a decision to do something. Settle down. Live a quieter life by getting married or staying permanently in a place. Cheer up. To start to feel happier. Set 20. It is worth giving it your best shot. David, this day is a big day for me. I've been assigned to give a speech on behalf of our company in front of the minister. Michael, I bet you are ill at ease already, aren't you? David, no, not at all. I've been used to giving talks since university days. For me, it's a breeze. I've never messed up when it comes to speaking in public. Michael, lucky you. I would think twice before I could take on such a tough task. David, you know what? I truly bank on this opportunity to get a promotion. Michael, well, it's worth giving it your best shot. All the best. Vocabulary. Assign to designate someone as responsible for something. On behalf of, as a representative of or a proxy for. Ill at ease, adjective, uncomfortable or embarrassed. Be used to something, doing something. To be familiar with a condition or activity. A breeze, a thing that is easy to do or accomplish. Mess up, To do something badly, to mishandle a situation. Think twice. Consider a course of action carefully before embarking on it. Bank on. To rely on confidently. Give it one's best shot. Do the best that one can.